in the other day and getting ready to try to get everything interfaced to this 570, and hopefully we can be able to start working some packet and there's a world of stuff to keep you busy. But Randy, I'm not going to tie everything up too much here this evening. Good to hear you, and glad we're able to make contact with you again. And hopefully we'll probably catch more QSOs down the road. So, Kilo 0 RWB, Kilo Oscar 4 Oscar Sierra Victor, brother.
Yeah, no problem, Paul. Well, I'm glad you stopped in, and glad we get a chance to touch base here. Real quick before you go, I know you're trying to get your chat together and getting everything paired up for your radio. Are you using an electronic logger or are you using a paper log right now?
I'm using the paper log, but I don't know. I believe that we possibly maybe talked the other day. But anyway, I'm going to try to go to the log for OVED or the log for OM, and we're probably going to try to get that up and running after that we get everything interfaced here.
Well, I'm glad to hear that, and because that's what I'm using, of course, and I do think we talked about it. But keep this in mind, though. If you download it and you get it loaded up and you're not really sure, send me an email. I'm good in QRZ. Send me an email, and I'll be happy to exchange you a number and walk you through it. It's a terrific program. It really is. It's not the easiest thing to set up initially because you don't know exactly what some of the things they're asking for. But once you get it up and rolling, I mean, it is just a great program. So if you want some help kind of getting it up, just send me an email. I'd be more than happy to try to help you, Paul, okay?
I appreciate that, Randy, and enjoyed several of your YouTube videos the other night, and everything was just really super clear, and appreciate all your help and everything. So, but we'll definitely, I'll probably drop you an email after that we get that program in here, because I definitely will have to have some help on the setup. So, but anyway, so good to be able to catch you again, and we'll say 73s to you here this evening, and have a wonderful evening out there in Kansas City. Kilo Oscar 4, Oscar Sierra Victor, back to you.
Okay, Paul. No, sounds great. Yeah, if I can help at all, please don't hesitate. I'm just doing what everybody's done for me, and I'm just kind of paying it forward, and if I can help you through it, great. Again, like I said the other night, I like free stuff. It's a free program. I mean, I've supported them in the past, and matter of fact, they just came with a new update the other day. I think it's now 2.16. But you get to the point where you want to try to put it together, and you've got some questions. Just drop me an email, and we'll see if we can get you squared away. Hey, thanks for giving us a call again tonight, Paul. Appreciate it very much, and always nice to have a chance to work again. Looks like Kentucky's doing good. That's 2 for 2 so far tonight. We'll see what else happens. So 7-3, we'll talk with you later. Kilo Oscar 4, Oscar Sierra Victor, Kilowatt 0, Radio at Whiskey Bravo, Kansas City. Take care, Paul. 7-3.
Contact.
Okay, this is Kilowatt 0, Radio Whiskey Bravo, QRZ. Any other stations, please?
November 9, Delta Romeo Charlie.
Okay, November 9, Delta Romeo Charlie. Is that a Roger?
Roger. Is this Randy?
Yeah. Hey, Delbert, how you doing?
Hey, pretty good. Hey, I don't want to keep you, but what's that logging program you were just talking about? I'm not having luck with anything.
Well, I've been using this now about 5 or 6 years. It's Log for OM, Log for Old Men. It's actually based out of the UK, so you can go to LOG, the number 4OM, OscarMike.com, and it's a free download, a full version. They do ask for support, and I've done it in the past, and they just came out with another new version, 2.16. Great program. And I use it all the time here now. So, but it's a really good logging program. Works really good if you're doing contesting. It'll actually track clubs and awards for you. It'll contact IDA and SOTA for you as well, and you can tie it into QRZ or HRT or any of the other log programs that automatically pull it up, man, it's just a fun program to use.
Oh, beautiful. All right. Well, thank you very much. It's good to talk to you again. I know we spoke before. I think I even was on the YouTube channel with you at that time. But good to hear you, man. You sound real good. You got a beautiful signal, 20 over S9, 30 over S9.
Well, we were a little late to the party tonight, but we're out here, and we had the Studio B radio up here, which is the 7300. We were doing some work with it up here, and we just decided to put it in line. So we run into 7300 tonight with the different software, which is on the YouTube. So you're on here again. Got you on YouTube again. And we got this headset before we went to Colorado to run portable 3 weeks ago, and we really do like the headset. Of course, it only works on this ICOM. It won't work on my Yaesu, so it's another reason for breaking it out tonight. But yeah, it's been dialed in and paired up real nice with the radio. We're quite happy how it sounds on the air, Roger.
Oh, very good, very good. Yeah, it sounds beautiful. What was the YouTube channel again?
Yeah, it's my call, K0RWB. Either you can go to my my QRZ page. I've got a link for it, or you can go right to YouTube in the search bar and just type in my call, and then you'd look for the video with today's date, and it'll say live. And I think we're about 7.5 minutes in currently.
Wonderful. All right, my friend. Good to hear you. And carry on. And it was good to talk to you, like I said before. So thanks for the info on the log for old men. I think that's perfect for me because I'm in that category now.
Hey, don't feel, I know exactly how you feel. Well, again, I've used them all. I used HRD before you had to pay for it, and a few others in the past, and they all do something well, but not everything. And for me, this has worked out the best. The cluster is up to date. It's really simple to navigate. It's really easy to download it and take it over to LOTW if you want. And again, I'm not a spokesman or any of that stuff like that. I just really like the program, and for its simplicity. It's not the easiest in the beginning to set up because it's just some different verbiage. But I've done the trial and error, and as I was telling Paul a while ago, he's looking at doing it. So just send me an email. I'd be happy to help you because I got help when I started. So anyway, take a look and listen and see what you think. But by the way, you've been 15 to 20 over the entire time as well. So we've got a good little pipeline.
All right, wonderful. Yeah, I'm getting a little tired of the paper log. I've been doing it for years and years, but it's getting to the point now where I'm too lazy to flip the page. So I'm actually writing things right up next to and into the little spirally thing on the on the notepad there, though, Roger.
Well, you know, and what I like about this one is it gives you a split map at the bottom part, or at the bottom half of the screen. It'll give you the world map on the left, and it'll give you the grid square for the station you type in on the right, so you can zoom in and zoom out. That's how I usually know, oh, well, you're near such and such town in this location, and then I've got it tied in, so when I click look up, then it goes right to QRZ and pulls up your information there. So usually by the time you're called and I hit the button and you call back, I've already got you looked up. So again, it's just a program that I like using, and it seems to work really well.
All right. Okay, we'll let you play around some more and get some more contacts in there. Pleasure was mine, and I'm going to go look that up right now. I'm going to have a look at it and see if I can get that downloaded. So you take care, my friend. It was good talking to you. K0RWB, this is November 9, Delta Romeo Charlie. 73, we'll do it again.
Yeah, look forward to it. And like I told Paul, any questions, send me an email. I'm good in QRZ. I'd be more than happy to help you because that's what people did for me. And then that's what we do in amateur radio. Always a pleasure. God, you sound good tonight as well. Great audio. I hope the rest of the night goes this well. It'd be awesome. November 9, Delta Radio Charlie, Kilowatt Zero Radio, Whiskey Bravo, Kansas City. Take care, 7-3.
Bye-bye.
All right. QRZ, any other stations, please?
Kilo Bravo 7, Zulu Delta Sierra.
Kilo Bravo 7, Zulu Delta, was it X-ray or Sierra?
Sierra.
Oh, I wanted to put an X in there. What was I thinking? Apologize for that. Let me go ahead and make the correction here.
And now there's Evelyn Randy, beautiful signal in Columbia, South Carolina.
Well, nice to hear you, Gary. Thank you very much, especially for South Carolina. First one tonight. Maybe the band is getting better. I was a little late to the party. Tried to get in here a little earlier, but just kind of lost track of time. And said, well, we'll find an open spot. We'll call CQ and see if we can still make a few contacts tonight. And we've been very fortunate so far. And everybody's signal is really starting to come up, Gary. I'll look at the meter again, but boy, I didn't have any trouble hearing you.
So, Roger, you got a beautiful signal, Columbia. South Carolina, you're 10 over, beautiful audio, low noise. I tell you, beautiful. Yeah, great signal.
Are you? I got your page pulled up. Is that an OptiBeam you're running there that you've got in the picture, or what is that?
That is the Cobweb, the MFJ Cobweb.
Okay, the Cobweb. Great. Oh, and by the way, you're just hit 20 over. Boy, you got to love it when the propagation's in. That's terrific. Well, I'll tell you what, Gary, just in the last week or so, I bet I probably hit 5 or 6 stations in the Columbia area that have come out here in Midwest, just gangbusters. I don't know what you guys got in the water or in the ground, but everybody's got some great signals out of Columbia.
Oh, no, I'm just running about 300, about 405, hello, about 550 watts. I got the SPX at 1.3 KFA operating, and but other than that, I haven't done anything fancy. The Cobweb is probably the best until I can use for the space I got in my yard.
You know, I've heard that. We run a hex beam for 6 through 20, and in the same way, of course, we've got the acreage, but we don't want the footprint. We live out in the country, so we don't have to worry about the neighbors too much per se. But it was a good poor man's beam at the time, and we just used it ever since. 40 meters, we're just running a 40-meter dipole that's on the side of the tower, about 38 foot. And the weirdest configuration, but it works. One leg is pointed toward Arizona, and the other leg is pointed toward Washington State. You wouldn't think that would work, but it seemed to do its job there, Roger.
Roger, he's doing his job well.
Well, as soon as I say that, you watch and see what happens. I won't make any more contacts tonight, but every time I get ready to change it, maybe move it a little higher or move one of the legs around, I go, well, I better not leave it alone. It seems to be working, and all I'll probably do is mess it up. So I think we'll just leave it the way it is for now.
Roger, leave it the way it is. Like I said, I'm thinking about getting not the Cobweb, but not the Cobweb now, but the so I'm trying to, I lost my train of thought there. But the Higgs beam, and that's what that's going to do. But if I do that, I'm probably going to lose the band.
Yeah, you know, I know there's I think there's a manufacturer making a hex beam to include 40 meters, and I think there's a couple of other companies that are making add-ons for 40 meters. That would be very interesting. You know, I think again. Of course, you've got the Cobweb that anytime you can direct your signal can really improve your radio experience. But, you know, it just, I'll have to give that some thought. I'm not really sure. That's going to be an awful big piece of fiberglass on all those legs, to add on to a hex beam or what have you. But we got the real estate. I'm just, what do they say? What goes up can come down, and I'd prefer not that to happen, Roger.
No, Roger, I understand. Yes, sir. I understand. So I'm still debating on what I'm going to do with that. But right now, I'm running like I said, the Cobweb, and the Cobweb is doing really well.
No, it certainly is. Yeah, it's working really well. Again, 5.9 plus 10, a little better just about the entire time. Well, Gary, since the first time you've actually stopped in and said hello, I just want to give you a quick rundown. Our QTH, we're about 35 miles east of downtown Kansas City, Missouri. We're on the Missouri side. And generally what we do in the evenings here during the week on 40 meters is I've got a YouTube channel, so we're actually live on YouTube as well. So if you're interested in listening, to our QSO, see how you sound on the air, you can go to my YouTube channel, which is my call sign, K0RWB. You can go to YouTube, go to the search bar, type in the call and then look for the one that has today's date on it. It'll say live currently. And if you're interested in listening, we think it's kind of fun. I think others do as well. Give a look and a listen there, Roger.
Oh, Roger, and I will do that. Yes, I will. I will do that. And I will go up there and check it out. And we'll check it out and give you a response to that.
Well, that'd be good. The only downside, I have to tell you, the only downside is there's a webcam pointed right at me, so you get to see my smiley face. But now what we've done is we've got a signal strength meter, so you can actually see your signal strength, and we run an audio scope and an audio spectrum scope. So if you're interested in see what your audio wave pattern looks like and so forth, we have that on the YouTube channel as well, and you get to see mine, you can see yours. So if a person has any desire, maybe making some changes or not sure how they sound, or if they don't have enough lows or don't have enough highs, at least this will give them some reference. And like I said, we've enjoyed it. We've been doing it about 6 or 7 months, been having a lot of fun with it. And for people that have stopped in for the first time like yourself, we just kind of let them know it's out there. And if they want to give a look and a listen, it could be kind of fun to do that there, Roger.
Roger, and I'm going to check it out, Randy.
Well, I hope you enjoy that. And again, like I said, the only problem is the wife's idea of putting the webcam out there. But hey, we're still having fun. Well, listen, Gary, there's a few others out there. I wanted to say thank you again for stopping in. You and yours be safe and be well. Thank you so much for Columbia, South Carolina. Boy, the new hotspot in amateur radio, at least in my receive. By all means, feel free to come back anytime. If you hear us out there, give us a shout. We'll just kind of pick it up where we left off. Again, sounds really good in my receive. Got a great signal as well. I wouldn't change a thing. It sounds good in my receive. You take care, and we'll say 7-3s for now. Kilo Bravo 7 Zulu Delta Sierra out of Columbia, South Carolina. This is Kilowatt Zero Radio Whiskey Bravo Kansas City. Take care, Gary.
Roger that, Randy. You take care. Be safe. Them be safe. Be good. We listen to you on the air again, and we're making the contact with you again. With that, 7-3. KB 7-3.
All right, that sounds good. We'll take care. We'll say 7-3s and clear with him. Let's see if Tom is out there. Boy, that would be a short skip for sure. Kilo Echo 0 Uniform November Victor in Chillicothe. Boy, that'd be a nice little short trip. Tom, you able to copy me? K0RWB, back to you. Well, Tom, I can tell you're in there, but it's really light, and I see we worked back in March on the 23rd on 40 meters, so I'm hoping that we can at least change the signal report, but didn't know that we were getting into Chillicothe tonight. That's pretty cool there. Go ahead. Well, I'll tell you, Tom, you're about 5 and 5 here in my receive. I wish it was a little better, but gosh, we're so darn close to one another. It's not surprising that that we're not going to be able to connect, because it can't be more than probably less than 100 miles there, Roger. Well, Tom, I'm going to turn it up here a little bit so I can hear you a little bit better. Give me a signal report. I had you at 5 and 5. What do you got for me there? Go ahead. Yeah, about 5 and 3. Yeah, this little weak station, I know I'm having a hard time getting out, but oh, it's all right. It is what it is. But, hey, thanks for giving me a heads up on the chat, and at least I know it works that way, but yeah, you never know. 10 minutes, 20 minutes from now, the band could change altogether, and we could be 20 over. You can never tell. But I'm counting it as a contact, Tom. I just wish we had a little bit better propagation between us, but the way it is. So it just happens. Hey, Tom, thanks for giving us a heads up on the chat. Nice to have a chance to work you. It's a contact in my log for sure. We exchange reports, so hopefully we can do it again soon and we get better conditions. 7-3s, my friend. Be safe and be well in Chillicothe. We're doing good down here in Bait City. Kilo Echo 0, Uniform November Victor, Kilowatt 0, Radio Whiskey Bravo, Kansas City. 7-3s, Tom. All right, brother, take care. Let's see if the other one's in there real quick. The man of the hour, the voice of Cuba, Whiskey 7 Hotel Uniform. See if Alex is on the air tonight. Alex, are you out there? All right, Iowa, hang on here 1 second. I'm going to see if we can get a hold of Cutler Bay, Florida. Whiskey 7 Hotel Uniform. See if Alex is on the air tonight. Try it one more time. Whiskey 7 Hotel Uniform. Alex in Cutler Bay, K0 RWB, Kansas City. Are you in there? Well, I guess he's just on the stream. We'll go ahead and clear. How about the Iowa station? Come back with your call sign.
Roger, Randy. My call is November 5 Kilo Bravo.
November 5 Kilo Bravo. Hey, Mike, how are you this evening?
Oh, I'm doing good. It's hot and humid up here in Iowa tonight. I want to let you know you're about 10 over 9 here.
That's the best I can do is 10 over? Gosh, I was hoping they'd be better. No, that's great, considering what the band is like. I'll take it. Well, let's see here. Sioux Rapids? I'm not sure where Sioux Rapids is. Go ahead.
Sioux Rapids is way up in the northwest corner of Iowa, up by the Iowa Great Lakes. If I was to go 100 miles north, I'd be in Minnesota. If I was to go 100 miles west, I'd be in South Dakota. Over.
Okay, so how far are you from Spencer?
15 minutes south.
Okay, brother lived there for many years, but I don't remember Sioux Rapids. I mean, Sioux Falls, of course, and Lamar and around that area, but that rings a bell. We grew up in Grinnell, which is just east of Des Moines a little bit, so we like to think we knew Iowa pretty well, but that just escaped me. I wasn't quite sure. So, yeah, if you're that close to Spencer, then we certainly know the area there, Roger.
Roger. Well, Sioux Rapids is one of those towns where if you blink, you miss it. It's not very big. We have maybe 800 people counting the county. I'm the only ham in town, over.
Oh, well, good. You've got a corner on the market then. So probably a little lacking when it comes to Hamfest in town, but that's okay. At least you don't have to worry about competing with any other stations in the area. Certainly get that. Well, you got a really large town. We're in a population of about 220. We do have a stop sign, but you don't need to stop if we don't have any traffic there, Roger.
That's my kind of town. Yeah, I lived in Dallas for a long time, and then Seattle, so I'm very relieved to be in no traffic, Sioux Rapids, over.
Yeah, I can understand that. By the way, you're 5 and 9, really good signal, and the audio came up quite a little bit. And nice to see that maybe the band is coming around. We're, like I said, we're a little late to the party. We got a little delayed. We tried to get out here about 7 o'clock Central. It was a little bit closer to 7:45. We've been live now for just about 25 minutes. Mike, I don't know if you heard or not, but we're actually live on YouTube as well. We're doing a live stream, and it's also recording. So, hey, if you're interested in listening to our QSO, you can come back and listen to this and see how you sound out of the air there, Roger.
I'd love that. Yeah, I just raised my fan dipole from 40 foot to 70 foot. So I'm just doing some testing to see where I'm getting to. I won't keep you, Randy. It was a pleasure talking to you. I look forward to talking to you again. Kilo 0, Romeo Whiskey Bravo. My favorite phonetic, Norway 5, Kentucky Bourbon, over.
Okay, well, you know, it's a great thing about calls. If you study it long enough, you always come up with some great acronyms, and that's a very good one. Mine's not too bad either. It's my initials, but it's also red, white, and blue, which we didn't realize at the time, but it did work out the way. Anyway, give a look or listen. 2 ways to get to the channel. Go to QRZ. I've got a link. It takes you to it. Look for the video with today's date. It'll say live on it. Or you can go right to YouTube, go to the search bar, put in my call, K0RWB. And probably about 21 or 22 minutes in, Mike, you could kind of fast forward to that spot, give you an idea, when we started. But yeah, give a look and a listen. We generally try to be out here at 7 o'clock Central the evenings. So if you hear us again, please give us a call back. We'll just pick it up where we left off. We don't get into Iowa too often, so we like to make those contacts. You and yours be safe, be well, enjoy your Monday evening, and definitely look for us again. We'll say 7-3. November 5, Kentucky Bourbon, Kilowatt Zero, red, white, and blue, Randy in Kansas City. Take care, Mike, 7-3s.
73, Randy. I stole that from a friend of mine in Maryland, N3 Jack Daniels. 73, I'm clear, N5KB.
Oh, that sounds great. That's awesome. You take care, brother. Take care. This is Kilowatt Zero Radio Whiskey Bravo QRZ. Any other stations, please?
November 4, Alpha, Juliet Alpha.
The November 4 station again?
Yes, November 4, Alpha, Juliet Alpha.
November 4, Alpha, Juliet Alpha. Richard Rich, I think is what it is, right?
That is correct, in Louisville, Kentucky. I got I heard the Kentucky bourbon there. Robust signal into Louisville, Kentucky this evening. Good evening.
Well, I tell you what, this is the third one for Kentucky. You guys have got it going on tonight. A terrific pipeline into Kentucky. I'm not sure what it is, and a great contact into Columbia, South Carolina. So the band must be really, really good. So I'm impressed. Nice for you to give us a call. I don't see a contact here in the log here, so thank you much for the first one. Again, the name here is Randy at QTH. We're 35 miles east of downtown Kansas City, Missouri, and we're actually live tonight on YouTube there. Go ahead.
All right, Randy, very good. Yeah, I'm watching I'm looking at the spectrum scope on your channel right now, actually, the audio. It looks good to me. There is a little bit of a delay, so I kind of get a little peak there. I can't listen and talk at the same time. I get a little tongue-tied, but no, you're sounding great back here. Go ahead.
Yeah, we see the meter showing 10 over as well, and there's about a 20 or 30-second delay between the broadcast and when it comes across. I think that's because of servers. It has to go to the computer and to the servers and so forth. And I think that's probably another something else that YouTube puts in there. So it's really difficult sometimes to be able to talk and listen because it's really delayed. But I really think this is a third-party software that we use for the ICOM, and it seems to be really quite accurate. And it's really, for me personally, it helps quite a little bit to kind of see where the peaks and valleys are at. And, again, if somebody gets something out of it, hey, great. We're enjoying doing it, and I hope others enjoy it as well there, Roger.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I've been working on the audio on this, running FTDX 1200. About a KW out tonight, 80-40 fan dipole. But it seems to be working pretty good. Audio sounding okay to you there, to your ear? Go ahead.
Well, I'll put it this way. It has full fidelity. You don't have too much highs, but it's right there. And you can hear the mids and the lows mixed in there as well. Great for reg chew. Really nice, smooth audio. Terrific. So no, I think it sounds very good. And the other thing that I do like about doing the live stream is it's about as close as to what you are in person. And I say that from personal experience because I listen to these just about every night afterwards because I can pick up information or what other people said. And you get to the point where that's actually what I sound like. So, your speakers might change if they're stereo speakers or if they're computer speakers. But to me, the audio in my headphones just sounds wonderful. I think I wouldn't change a thing.
Okay, thanks so much. I really appreciate that. You get mixed reports here and there. I do run the RTL SDR, and I've been using the spectrum scope on that one. And watching the waveform, it seems to have nice ups and downs all the way across. I didn't want it to get too nasally or a little bit too much low end, but seems to be pretty balanced, at least from what I can see. So, hey, I appreciate it. I won't hold it. I know there's probably several that want to get to you. And thanks for picking me up, Randy. It's a pleasure here from Kentucky. Roger?
Well, I'll tell you what. If you when you go back and watch it, I was watching you on the audio spectrum. Your lows are right at about 500 hertz. Your mids are about 1,500, maybe 1,1700, and then your highs are about 2,600, but you're well within 3 kcs. You've got it dialed in. Don't change anything.
Awesome. I appreciate it. Okay, I'll let you get some more. I'll definitely drop by and say hello again. So we'll say 7-3 from Louisville, and your Kansas City Chiefs are my second favorite team. I'm a Bills fan, so I know we kind of go back and forth. Big NFL fan around here. Originally from Niagara Falls, New York, around Buffalo. So I got to stick with my Bills there. Go ahead.
No, I think that's great. And you know what? And I think they've done it right. They're not a flash in the pan. I think they got a lot of grief when they got the quarterback out of Wyoming, and I knew he was going to be something. He came along quicker than I thought, and it'll be a good game again with the Chiefs and the Bills. It really will, and that's all you can really ask for. I don't live and die by them, but I want to see a good competitive game, and I don't want the refs to decide it. Let the players do it, and it should be a good game. I know they're going to play once, twice, maybe 3 times this year. You can never tell, so it should be a lot of fun there, Roger.
Roger that. Okay. Yep, I do like the NFL. It's always an exciting season once it gets started, though. Anyway, Randy, have a great one, 7-3, and I'll definitely stop by and wave again to you. K0 RWB, November 4, Alpha Juliet Alpha, Louisville.
All right, sounds good, Rich. Take care. Thanks so much for stopping in, and feel free to come back anytime if you hear us out there. Give us a call. We'll just pick it up where we left off, and be safe and be well. November 4, Alpha Juliet Alpha, Kilowatt 0, Radio Whiskey Bravo, Kansas City. Be clear, QRZ.
November 8, Uniform Charlie.
Boy, there's a big signal. November 8, Uniform Charlie. Hey, David, how are you this evening?
Oh, thank you very much, sir. This is Dave in Cleveland, Ohio, southwest suburb called Parma Heights. I'm running 500 watts into an NSAT half wave. And my rig is the Yaesu FT990. Back to you, sir.
Oh, well, well, there's what it is right there, the 990. That's why. How about 20 over? That's doing quite well. Nice to hear you again. Looks like we worked back on April the 8th here on 40 meters. Nice for you to stop in again this evening, Dave. And, boy, everybody's signal's coming up real well. Sounds very good in my receive there, Roger.
Very good. You're coming in at 25 over in peaks. And a very clear signal with fine audio.
Oh, so you're saying you can just barely hear me then?
Yeah, you got it.
Well, I wish I had something to do about it, but I think propagation has got the corner on it. But you know what? It does make it fun. I think anytime you can get out here and you make a few contacts, that's kind of what it's all about. And we've been really fortunate so far tonight. We've been able to, and everybody's been having great signals. And that's one thing I do like about 40 meters, Dave, is they're close-in stations. Nothing wrong with working long-distance stations, but boy, I tell you, it's kind of nice to work Ohio. It's nice to work Michigan, Arkansas. Longest tonight's been South Carolina, Kentucky. Those Iowa stations or whatever. I think those are great, and then that it makes it just as much fun as it is talking around the world. Roger.
Roger that. Especially helps when I get a 1.2 SWR or less on all the bands to do with this NSAT half wave.
Yeah, that would make a difference. Well, congrats on that. Again, that's another thing about 40 meters. I mean, you can be really successful on 100 watts on a wire, and then you put a little stuff behind it, and you can do really, really well. We're just running a 40 meter dipole on about 38 foot on the side of the tower. And I was telling somebody earlier, it's a very unconventional setup. The one leg is pointed toward Arizona, and the other leg is pointed to Washington State. But it seems to be working, so we're not going to mess with it.
It's doing a fine job for you. Can I have your call again, please?
Yeah, you bet. The call here is Kilowatt 0, Radio Whiskey Bravo, K0, red, white, and blue. And QTH, we're actually 35 miles east of downtown Kansas City, Missouri. We're on the Missouri side. Roger.
Roger, K0RWB in Kansas City, Missouri. Thank you much.
No, my pleasure, Dave. Nice to have a chance to work you again. It's been a while, but, you know, it's just the way it works. Time goes by when you're having fun, so to speak. But again, very nice signal tonight, like most of the others have been, so that's good, and the audio is really nice and clear as well. Thanks for taking the time to stop in and say hi. I do appreciate it, and hopefully you'll come back again, and we'll just kind of see what's happening at that time. So you take care. Enjoy your Monday evening. Thank you once again. First one in Ohio tonight, so we'll see who else is out there. We'll say 7-3 from now. November 8, Uniform Charlie, Kilowatt 0, Radio Whiskey Bravo, Kansas City, 7-3.
7-3, sir. Thanks for the fine QSO.
Okay, you take care, Dave. This is Kilowatt 0, Radio Whiskey Bravo QRZ. Any other stations, please? So is there a kilo? There's a lot of them out there. I'll try to pull you all, I promise. There's a kilo. I think it was a Kilo Bravo 7 station. Okay, I'll take a stab at it. Kilo Golf 7, Lima Hotel Kilo.
K6AER.
Yeah, K6. Hang on one second. The Kilo, I think it's Kilo Golf 7 station again. Okay, it wasn't a Kilo, it was in India. Kilo Golf 7, Lima Hotel, India. Trevor, is that a Roger?
The last letter is Tango.
Okay, T for Tango. We'll try that one then. So that would have to be Scott then, Roger? Okay, well, they say, Scott, third time's a charm. Hey, thank you for Bonners Ferry, Idaho. Well, there's a long-distance trip tonight. Thank you for giving us a call. Again, the name here is Randy, QTH, 35 miles east of downtown Kansas City, Missouri there. Go ahead. That is correct, Scott. Kilo 0, red, white, and blue, Romeo Whiskey Bravo. Okay, I got 100 watts on the 7300. What's the antenna? Okay, and what's the signal report? Well, I've got you about 5 and 7 in my receive. What's my signal report? Oh, you're going to give me a 5.9, Scott. Okay. Well, I can only give you 5 and 7 in my receive. Maybe my 7300's not up to snuff, but that's what it's showing on the meter. But that's good enough for me there, Roger. Well, I have to say I don't think I've ever had a contact into Bonners Ferry. I'm not sure exactly where it's located per se, but nice to have a chance to work you this evening there, Roger. Well, Scott, thanks for giving us a shout this evening. Hopefully we had a little bit better propagation and be a little bit easier QSO, but hey, we exchange signal reports. That's a contact in my book. Feel free to come by anytime you hear us out here. Maybe we'll have a little bit better propagation for us, but thank you so much for Idaho, and look forward to working you again. I'm glad we got your call right there in the end, so we've got you in the log properly. Kilo Golf 7, Lima Hotel Tango, Kilowatt 0, Radio Whiskey Bravo. Thank you, Scott. 7-3. Okay, and there was the other station. There was I think it was a Whiskey 6 station. If you're still in there, come back with your call, please.
North America 4DX. Alpha Echo Romeo. Jamaica.
All right, I know there's others out there. I'm going to try to get to you, but I think I did hear a Whiskey 6 first. Let's see if he's still in there. And was there a Whiskey 6?
No, Whiskey 9.
Well, I knew you were going to come in there at some point, but I guess I'll go ahead and take it then. Give me the Whiskey 9.
Yeah, Whiskey 9, Romeo, Zanzibar, Romeo, over.
Well, Bob, I knew you'd show up at some point. How are you doing this evening?
Yeah, just doing great, Randy. How are you, over?
You know what? Better than some, worse than others. I don't know if that means anything, but gosh, I didn't really think that it would come out like this. We got a late start tonight, Bob, and just trying to find an open spot like usual, and had a little struggle there in the beginning, and all at once the band just seemed to open up, and everybody's just got great signals.
Well, that's good. Yeah, you're about a S9, 10 or something like that. Hope you're hearing me all right, over.
Oh, yeah, you're 10 over as well. No problem at all. Yeah, and that's just about every other station has been like that. We just got into Idaho. I wish it was a little bit better with Scott. We were able to exchange reports, but couldn't get much more than that. But you know how 40 meters is. It could change in 5 minutes, and we'd be 10, 20 over, just the way it works.
Yeah, I could barely hear the station there in Idaho, so, but I heard a bunch of others when you met up with him. So there's a bunch more out there waiting in the wings, over.
Well, it seems to, and I said a long time ago, and I think I even told you when we talked last time, I've never said I was a great pilot person. we do try to grab them while we can, when we can, and so forth, but it's not a contest, so we don't do 5.9 QRZ, of course, and we really can't do those 10, 15-minute QSOs. We try to find, someplace in between and try to accommodate everybody we can there, Roger.
Oh, yeah, I know what you mean, Randy. Oh, yeah, and the band is just up and down the whole band. It's hard to find a open spot. You do get somebody, and then you get QM pretty bad, so whatever. But they're letting us talk for a little bit here. Okay, Randy, I'd like to get a few more while it's open, and hey, I'm sure we'll work again, over.
Well, I look forward to it. I think I might have heard you calling a couple of times before, and there's probably a half a dozen stations that I may not remember the call, but I know the voice, and I knew that was you. And there was I thought it was a Whiskey 6 that had got in there early before I went to Idaho, so we were just trying to keep them in order, so to speak. But I'm really glad that you did jump back in there. Always nice to have a chance to work you. Hey, this makes number 4, so now you're a regular. You're now a regular in the book. Okay, so keep that in mind, that you got to live up to that now, because we've got 4 contacts. But no, Bob, always nice to hear you, and you always got great signals. So we do appreciate you taking the time.
Yeah, okay, Randy. Well, you take care and make a few more contacts, and I'll listen out, over.
Well, I appreciate it very much, Bob. Have a great Monday evening, what's left of it. Hope everything's going well for you. And we look for you again, of course. We're going to keep on keeping on here this week. Hopefully we'll make some more contacts the rest of the week. We'll get a chance to talk with you again as well. We'll say 7-3 for now, and we'll look for you again real soon. Whiskey 9, Romeo Zulu Romeo, Kilowatt 0, Radio Whiskey Bravo. Thank you, Bob. You have a good night.
7-3.
Okay, QRZ, any other stations, please?
Jamaica, X-ray, November.
Man, I can't pass up Jamaica. I gotta have Jamaica. Give me your full call, if you would.
Kilo 0, Jamaica, X-rated Nagasaki.
Oh, now where'd you come up with that at?
Oh, it just kind of come to mind one day. Anyway, I got you 10 over here. I'm over here in Jackson, Missouri, so we're home state boys. Over.
Well, Steve, I'm trying to think. What is that over by St. Louis, isn't it?
Negative. Just west of Cape Girardeau.
Oh, okay. So you're a little bit south of there. Okay, gotcha. Well, let's see what it shows here. It shows 422 miles. No, that's kilometers. That isn't right. I have to go back. There we go. 262.2 miles by a straight line. That's still pretty good.
Oh, yeah. Occasionally, I'm up in your area. I shuttle cars for a Ford dealership here, and we go up there to the auto auction and pick up some cars from time to time, over.
Yeah, if you ever come across a Power Stroke, just drop it off. I'm only half a mile from the interstate.
I bet you would. I'd take one, too. But I was listening to your antenna story earlier, and me and you have a lot in common because I have an unconventional antenna also. I have a homebrew DX Commander, but in a horizontal orientation, over.
Really? Is that what you're using now?
Yes, sir. It is actually just an end-fed, same thing as a DX Commander, which is an end-fed, so to speak. But his radios are tuned to the frequencies. Mine is just a random length wire, and it works for me, over.
Yeah, it's 20 over. Wow, that's terrific. And did you just experiment, or did it happen just by chance?
Experimented. I just experimented. I had an end-fed wire running up to a tree, pushing 100 watts to, I call it my coat hanger in a tree. And I got to watching Callum's videos one day, and I said, I could just put some more radios on my end-fed, and I would have the same thing he does. And I did. I gave it a try, and man, it works great for me.
Oh, that's great. And by high up in the air is it?
It's 25, and it slopes up to about 35.
Wow, that's really good. Again, it never ceases to amaze me, just how stuff is, whether it's by happenstance or not. I will say this, my personal experience, ham operators are a very creative bunch. We're always tweaking things, trying to make things a little better, a little simpler, a little more ergonomically fitting, those kind of things. And same way when it comes to antennas. I know enough to be dangerous, so I have my limits when it comes to antennas, but a little trial and error can go a long way there, Roger.
Roger that. And I'm also playing on new to me, well, it's only 2 weeks old now, my new Yaesu FT DX10. And I'm loving it. I think I finally got it dialed in to just like I want it, over.
Well, let me know when you start running it, and I'll let you know.
I'm running it now.
I know you did. Mine's sitting on the shelf. I had my backup radio up here. I was doing some work on it earlier, which is my 7300, and I said, "Oh heck, I'll just hook the rest of it up." And so that's what we're running tonight. We've got an FTDX10 here as well. We had it 2.5 months, and then Yaesu had it for 5 weeks. The PA went out of it, so we had no transmit audio or no transmit power whatsoever. And we got it back, second week of July, and it's been fine ever since. But yeah, we like I said, we ran this tonight. We took this portable 3 weeks ago out to Colorado. We ran some portable out there, and we bought this headset for it, which is a Heil Pro Elite. And we really do like the headset, and it seems to pair up really well with the radio. So I said, "Oh, the heck, we'll just run this tonight." But tomorrow night we'll be back on the FTDX10.
Roger, man, that thing's doing a wonderful job. I wouldn't change a thing. Yeah, because you're plus 10 over here. I had to turn my hearing aids down, over.
Yeah, I'm the same way. Of course, it does help if you run a little bit of power, and we're doing about 600 to 700 maybe on peaks, a little bit here and there. So. A little bit does help. Like I said, we're doing a live stream on YouTube, and it makes for a real quick, short video on YouTube. If you're calling CQ for half an hour, nobody answers you. So at least we run a little bit of power, maybe somebody can hear us and get back to us. But so far tonight, 90% of the stations have been 5.9 plus, so that's really nice to see the band is open.
Roger that. The band did open up. Okay, Bubba. Mr. Randy, I'm going to turn you loose and let the pile up behind me get on through to you. This is K0 Juliet X-Ray Nagasaki. Clear back to you.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, I tell you what, it's really great to see people work phonetics on their calls. That's pretty cool. Steve, thanks a lot. Hey, feel free to come back anytime. I don't see a contact in the log, which is surprising, especially with a signal like that. But, hey, we try to be back. We try to be out here during the week, 7 o'clock Central Time, generally within a little bit here and there. So if you hear us again, by all means, give us a call. Really nice signal, and really enjoyed having a quick chat with you. So hopefully we can do it again. Kilo 0 Juliet X-Ray November Kilowatt 0 red, white, and blue 73s.
73, my friend.
Okay, QRZ. Any other stations, please? The Kilo station, I was able to pull you out there. Try it again, the Kilo station.
Whiskey 4 Whiskey Tango Kilo.
Well, I thought it was closer than that, but maybe not. Whiskey 4, Whiskey Tango Kilo, David?
Yeah, Roger, Randy. David in East Tennessee, Tango November. Copying you an S9 tonight. Got great audio. Making a lot of contacts on 40 meters. A lot of people hollering CQ. It's good night for ham radio, over.
Yeah, I think you're right, David. And by the way, thank you for coming back to the QRZ. Nice to have a chance to work you for the first time here on 40 meters. Yeah, we got here a little late, but we've seen a lot of activity on the waterfall, and just kind of moved around until we found ourselves an open spot, and started calling the CQ. A lot of operators out there this evening. The band seems to be holding up and actually opening up a little bit more as the night goes on. So I think it's a great night for radio as well there, Roger.
Yeah, Roger. Not hearing as many nets, more CQs, and I like those nights. I'm running about the same power as you are. It's an 811H Meritron amp, probably peaking somewhere around 700 or so on a vertical antenna. And it's a Yaesu FT1200 with a little inexpensive studio mic. But that's the station here. The ICOM, I believe you're using, is really working well and sounding good. I don't know what kind of mic you got. You got great audio, though.
Well, I appreciate that. Yeah, this is the Heil Pro Elite headset we've had now for 3 or 4 weeks. We use this. We took the 7300 and some other stuff we went portable out in Colorado about 3 weeks ago, and operated out there for a week. And we didn't want to have a hand mic. We had a laptop in front of us for logging, so we wanted to have hands-free and didn't want to take a boom mic with us, so we picked up the headset before we went out there, and it seems to match up with the radio quite well. Of course, the 7300 is really easy to dial in transmit audio, so I'll have to give him credit for that. But it does seem to work quite well, and you're doing good in my receive here as well. You're 5.9 plus a little over, 5 to 10 over, just about most of the time there. So again, nice contact between us, especially from Knoxville, 580 some miles straight line. So I'll take it there, Roger.
Yeah, it's I was showing 590, so somewhere between there. It's a little over 500 miles, so I'll take that also. That's a good signal strength for that kind of distance. But looks like a good night for 40 meters. I'll let you make some more contact. And I know there's a lot waiting in line behind me to say hello to you. So I appreciate the contact. And I'll say 73 and let you make some more contact. K0RWB and W4WTK. 73.
Now, David, my pleasure. Thank you very much for taking the time and stopping in and saying hi. Again, we try to be out here 7 o'clock Central Time for a few hours here during the week, so feel free to come back anytime. And like I said, I don't know if you heard the last go-rounds or not, but we're also doing this on YouTube as well. So if you're interested in listening to our QSO, you can go to my YouTube channel, which is my call sign, K0RWB. And you could probably fast forward to about 50 minutes in, give or take, about when we started. Give a look and a listen, see how you sound on the air. I have to give you a warning, there is a webcam pointed at me, so you get to see my smiley face as well. But wasn't my idea. It was a YL. Hey, thanks again. Appreciate you taking the time, and hopefully we'll have a chance to work again. Your last go-round was 10 over, so the band is really coming up. You're doing quite well on my receive. You take care and look for us again. Whiskey 4, Whiskey Tango Kilo, Kilowatt 0, Radio Whiskey Bravo, 73s. Okay, QRZ, any other stations, please?
November 9, November Tango Charlie.
November 9, November Tango Charlie. Mike, good evening, sir.
RWB, this is N9NTC. Very good. We've got a great signal. Audio's great tonight. Just heard you in there and just turned on the, came down to 40 meters and was working 20 there for a little while, and sounds like it's in pretty good shape this evening. So back to you,
K0RWB, this is N9NTC.
My apologies for the call there. November 9, November Charlie, Charlie, I think is what you said. I had November Tango Charlie. My apologies. I guess I need to get the wax machine out again and get some of that out of my ears. Well, thank you so much. Great signal, by the way. Gosh, almost 20 over. If I typed it right, Seattle, is that a Roger?
No, it's November 9, November Tango Charlie, and it's we're in McFarland, Wisconsin, up near Madison, over.
Okay, so I had it right the first time then. Okay, well, again, I just, sometimes the third time the charm kind of guy, so I'll get this thing squared away eventually.
Well, it's, like I say, you're sounding great up here. There's a little bit of QSC coming in now, but you were peaking out about 20 over when I first heard you. And you're still about 5'9" right now, so still in great shape and sounding good. So I won't hold you. It sounded like there's a few calling you, so I'll let you work a few more, Randy. And great to talk to you. K0RWB. This is N9NTC.
Well, tell me real quick before you go, the shack picture on your QRZ page, is that pretty up to date?
I believe it's pretty close. I've changed a couple of things, but I've got the, I'm not sure what I'm running right now is the Flex 6600M into the Flex Power Genius amp, and that's into a step IR vertical, and we're running, I've got two 32-inch monitors and a 43-inch monitor that I use, and I'm going to have to check that picture. I can't remember if I updated it yet or not, but it's pretty similar to what I had there. I also used to have an Onan 7000, but pretty much stayed with the Flex right now, and that's what I'm running. And I picked up this Power Genius used from another ham that was downsizing his shack, so it interfaces very nicely with that. And right now I'm probably peaking out about 1,200 watts, over.
Okay, well, the reason I asked about it is it's a terrific layout and just a wonderful shack picture. Congratulations on that, and the way you've got your monitors laid out, and nice to have some really nice natural light coming in as well. So, I see a lot of shack pictures because every time I make a contact, that's the first thing I do is pull up the page, and some people put quite a bit of effort into their pages sometime, and I was like, wow, that's a terrific setup on your shack. So I was just curious how current it was, but it works really nice, and I just wanted to make a comment about that, Roger.
Well, I appreciate that. We do enjoy it, and it is in the day. If I'm in here in the daytime, I do have the view of some wooded areas, and if I turn the right way, I can see the lake. So we're on about a 3,200-acre lake on this end, and which makes the vertical with the radios work pretty well because it's a real conductive soil on this end, over.
Yeah, I'm sure that helps quite a bit. I don't know. I might get a little distracted trying to play radio and have that kind of a view, but I guess some people work better than I do. Ours isn't too far. We only run 3 monitors here. We've got a 39 in front of us and 2 32s on each side, and they're just some leftover TVs from years past that actually have HDMI plug-ins, so we're able to dial those into the computer. Otherwise, I think we'd be back on 12-inch monitors, but this always helps, of course. So, hey, I apologize for the call. We do have you correct in the log this time. Thank you so much for giving us a call this evening. I don't see a contact in the log, so thank you very much for the first one. And again, we try to be out here 7 o'clock Central in the evenings here during the week. So if you hear us again, please stop in again and say hi, and we'll see what's going on at that time. So I'll say 7-3 so now. Enjoy the rest of your evening. November 9, November Tango Charlie, Kilowatt 0, Radio Whiskey Bravo. Thank you again, 7-3.
Okay, Randy, 7-3. This is N9NTC clear.
All right, take care. Kilowatt 0, Radio Whiskey Bravo, QRZ. Any other stations, please?
North America 4DX, Whiskey India 4, North America 4, Delta X-ray.
North America 4 Delta X-ray, I believe. Roger?
Roger, Roger. Kilowatt Zero, red, white, and blue. This is NA4DX. Name is Larry, and we're just down the highway on I-70 from you, 40 miles west of St. Louis in Wentzville, Missouri. Roger.
Oh, gosh, in Wentzville. Well, first I get into Jackson, and now I get you, Larry. Nice to hear you again from Wentzville. Gosh, the band is short and long, Roger.
Yeah, Roger that. Well, you came back up. I was listening earlier, and you dropped into the noise. When you talked to the gentleman there in Idaho, I was copying you really well. But then you dropped in the noise. I thought maybe band is lengthening out as it often does here at this time of night on 40. But you came back over here, and there you were, and just 5'9", Roger.
Yeah, well, you're 10 over. And that, and that's unfortunate, the Idaho station. That's probably the weakest signal I've had so far tonight. It was really, really too bad. His name was Scott. And, on 40 meters, I don't get into Idaho too often, or Iowa, believe it or not. So I was really looking forward to having just a couple of minute QSO with him, but it was a real struggle. And, we were able to exchange signal reports. So that's a contact in my log, but it's not really what you want, but that's what we get tonight anyway, Roger.
Yeah, Roger. Well, we had some storms came through here earlier this evening and got the atmosphere kind of stirred up, so it was kind of noisy at first. It's starting to quiet down now, but yeah, you're coming here very nicely. Here in the station there, or the 9 station you were talking to earlier, and then this one, heard both of those fellows. So looks like 40 meters is starting to pick up a little bit.
Yeah, I think so. And it has been really good for at least for me. It was okay when we were running portable on Colorado. Of course, we're limited with the antennas we had, but we're doing okay. And since we got back here, I mean, it's just about every evening. It takes a little bit for 40 meters to warm up, so to speak. But boy, it just comes on, and everybody's got great signals. Again, I like 40 meters because we just got some really great operators. I mean, these are just wonderful, great people. They've got great signals, great audio. They take care of their equipment. They've got some wonderful equipment and antennas, and they're trying new things and so forth. And I'm hoping other people hear that stuff and kind of maybe give stuff a try or whatever else, or didn't think about maybe doing this and that. And that's one thing I like about doing this here, Roger. Yeah, it did drop out, Larry. Go figure. 1 second we're 10 and 20 over, and then there's nothing out there. But oh well. Hey, thanks for stopping in, man. Nice to hear you again. Always nice to hear you from Wentzville. Anytime we can work in state, it's a lot of fun. Take care, Larry. We'll do it again, I'm sure. November Alpha 4 Delta X-ray Kilowatt Zero Radio Whiskey Bravo. Take care, 7-3s. Let's see if Bobby's out there, if he's able to copy you tonight. Whiskey 4, Tango Sierra Hotel. Bobby, you out there?
Yeah, you probably can't hear much out there, over.
Well, I'll hear you anyhow. Or I'll just pretend I can hear you.
Yeah, you had a big pile up there when you turned me loose already. Band is changing. You were S9, 10 over S9 there for a while, and looks like it's dropping down, but I hear you, my friend.
Yeah, I don't know. Again, my friend Larry, he's on the west side of St. Louis. I'm on the east side of Kansas City, so we're not a huge difference apart, but we're 10 and 20 over, and all of a sudden, boom, the switch got switched, and now there's nothing. But no, I've got you okay. A little noise, but you're 5 and 9.
Yeah, that's a good deal there, Randy. I'll hold you in there, my friend. Always, like I said, anytime I hear you, I'm going to try to get you to put me in your log, or make sure you put me in there so next time you know who I am there, okay?
Well, if I did this right, well, no, we're past that. Yeah, this is number 5, so you're already past the regular status. So, but yeah, every time we talk to you, we'll put you in the log. I don't know how many times it's gonna save it, but we'll just keep throwing you in there whether we hear you or not. How about that?
Yeah, every time I talk to you on YouTube there. Throw me in there and make it look like I made a contact with you so I can get on up there on the top of your list there, Randy. Actually, I heard everyone you talked to. I heard Larry and here's the 9-land station. I forget where he was at. Was he the one in Utah over?
Yeah, Idaho. Scott in Idaho.
Yeah, I could hear him real good also. In fact, it's going to work out real good. I'm going to sit back here and listen to you for a while since I can copy both sides of the conversation. That makes it nice there.
Well, it does, and I've always told people you can always go to the Utah SDR, and you can probably hear them just as well, too. But, yeah, it's nice when you can hear both sides. And, I've been to South Carolina tonight. So now I've got you in North Carolina, so that's got to be the farthest we've been other than Idaho. We've gotten into Iowa, we've got Wisconsin, we've got Ohio, several in Kentucky, Tennessee. So, I mean, they're all around, and that's usually how it works here, Roger.
Yeah, Roger on that. Well, I really wish I was in South Carolina, Randy. That's where I'm from, Greenville, South Carolina. But anyway, I came up here about 20 years ago and put some roots down, and I put them too deep, so I'm stuck here, I guess, for the rest of the duration. But it's nice up here too in northeastern North Carolina. I'd rather be over in the mountains, but pretty nice over here around the coast. In fact, I'm leaving Wednesday, go to the Outer Banks, and be out there for a few days over.
Well, that should be a lot of fun. As long as there's no more hurricanes coming up the coast there, you got to watch out for that. I think that's getting close to that time of year. And, I was always told that home is where you hang your hat. So, wherever it is, that's where home is. And yours is there and mine is here. That's what makes the difference.
Yeah, Roger on that. Now, I'm sort of partial to my hometown. I've got them childhood dreams. I'm sure you can understand that. Okay, I'm going to let you go because, like I said, when you turned me loose, you had a humongous pile up. I couldn't believe all the stations giving you a call, but I can. I mean, look at what you're operating, that big station you're operating out there. Randy, always good to hear you, buddy. I'm going to turn you loose and sit back here and listen. I'm not really into SDR. Actually, I'm talking on the SDR radio. I'm talking on the Flex. But I like to hear it coming out of the front of my radio. I don't listen to SDR receivers that much. That makes it too easy. But anyway, have a good evening. Good luck. Till the next time, Randy. Always enjoy it, my buddy. And we'll see you later on down the line here somewhere, I'm quite sure. So with that, 73K0, red, white, and blue. Till then, good night, W4 TSH.
All right, Bobby, appreciate it. Thanks for giving us a heads up on the chat there. Didn't know if you'd be out there tonight or not, so this way we know we'd get in contact with you. So always a pleasure. Yeah, you came up to 10 over that time. There is some noise, of course, but the signal definitely came up, so well, who knows where it'll go the rest of the evening. So anyway, hey, take care. Have a great what's left of the Monday evening, and I know we'll talk again. Look forward to it as always. So 7-3s. Whiskey 4 Tango Sierra Hotel, Kilowatt 0, Radio Whiskey Bravo Kansas City, 7-3s. QRZ, any other stations, please?
George 5, Whiskey India 4 Lima.
Whiskey India 4 Lima, I believe. Roger?
You got it. I've talked to you before, Ron. Let's see. I think it was back in, let me see, maybe in May or something. Name here's David. I'm located in Dalton, Georgia, just south of Chattanooga, Tennessee. Carpet capital of the world, over.
Well, that is correct. May 13th on 40 meters. So we were probably doing this same thing on 40 meters back in May, which is unusual. Usually, I think May time frame we were primarily on 20, But I think the band had kind of dropped out, so we moved down to 40 meters. I'm glad thing we did. So, David, nice to hear you. Ron is close, but we like Randy, but I guess we'll answer to anything. But, hey, I butcher calls and so forth else and names and whatever. It is what it is. So I've also answered to hey, you. So, so it's all good. So, hey, nice to hear it this evening down in Dalton. And, yeah, great signal. We've gotten to South Carolina and North Carolina just now. A little bit of noise, but you did come up real nice, and I received that last time around there, Roger.
Yeah, I apologize. The logging showed your name is Ron, but then when I look down, it shows Randy in Bank City, Missouri. So I don't know why it pulled it that way, but it did. But anyway, yeah, you sound like you had a good pile up, having fun on 40 meters, and that's what it's all about, you know. Just enjoy ham radio, and so you call out there and see who you can round up. But you got a big pile up here, so I'm not going to hold it very long. I just, like I said, I was listening. I saw. I brought it up. I thought, well, I talked to you before, so I just thought I'd just bring it up and say, well, hello from this part of the world.
Well, I'm glad you did. No problem at all. And like I said, this doesn't work if people don't stop by and say hi. I don't care if you talk once or 50 times. It doesn't matter. You take the time to throw your call out there. Like I said, we try to get back to everybody we can, and you know, that's just how it works. This is a second contact. You get 4 contacts in my log, you become a regular, David. So you're halfway home. So I don't know what's that going to give you per se, but that's kind of how we're keeping track. And you know, that's okay. You know, first time people stopping in and say hi is just as much fun as like Bobby down in North Carolina. We've probably docked pretty close to a dozen times, and that's great because there's always something new to talk about or something new that's going on in the area, and that's what makes it fun. That's what amateur radio is all about there, Roger.
I agree. I really do. It's just a lot of fun. Meet a lot of nice people and people from all different parts of the world, and that's what it's all about. So I gotta work you 4 times to get a reward, an award. You know, I'm just kidding you. But Randy, have fun with it. Work some more stations, and like I said, the signal was strong, and I just rolling. I was fixing to go down and ban a little bit on CW, but I had been on South Cars earlier, which is a little bit up the band, so I was just rolling down and found you, and that's what it's all about. So have fun with it, and maybe I'll get the 4th contact. Who knows? That'd be nice. Have a good one. WI4L.
Well, you know, being a regular is just as much fun as being the first time in my book. So you know, it's just how it is. But I don't know when we talked last time or not. But if you haven't had a chance to go to my YouTube channel, you give it a whirl again. If you looked at it last time, get a chance to check us out tonight. Gosh, you got a great signal, and the audio is real nice as well. But don't take my word for it. Give a look and a listen. You know, you can get to my channel 2 ways. On QRZ, I've got a link, and it'll take you right to the channel. And it'll have the video with today's date, and it'll say live, or go right to YouTube and put in my call, K0RWB, same way again, and give a look and a listen. If you didn't get a chance to listen to our QSO last time, give a look this time. About maybe an hour 10 in, we've been here for a little bit, and maybe you might get a chance to, well, the downside, they got a camera pointed at me, David, so you got to see me, but otherwise, at least we've got an audio scope and a spectrum scope. You can see what your audio looks like and your wave pattern and so forth. But anyway, get a chance, give a look and a listen. Always a pleasure, my friend. Please don't hesitate. You hear us out there, give us a call. We'll be more than happy to work you again. Nice to hear you from Dalton, Georgia as well. Whiskey India 4 Lima, Kilowatt 0, Radio Whiskey Bravo. Thank you, sir. 7 3s.
Thank you, and 73, WI4L.
Okay, take care. QRZ, any other stations, please? The Kilo Delta 4 station again. Kilo Delta 4.
Kilo Charlie 4,
I'll try the Kilo Charlie 4 again.
This is Kilo Charlie 4 Victor India Whiskey. You have a phone 9. I'm not sure. I'll have to look. I think the band conditions are dropping out just a bit. I'm at America.
Okay, I did make sure. I want to verify the call here. There was a couple there that were coming at the same time as you. Kilo Charlie 4 Victor Kilo Whiskey.
Victor India Whiskey.
Okay, my apologies. Kilo Charlie 4 Victor India Whiskey. Mike, we got you that time. Hey, thanks for giving us a call. Again, the name here is Randy, the QTH, are 35 miles east of downtown Kansas City, Missouri. There, go ahead.
QSO, the name is Mike here, Mike India Kilo Echo. I'm in southeast Tennessee, just north of Chattanooga. I've been listening to you for quite a while. I'm not sure I've worked you before or not. I'm running a Kenwood 440 with a 100 watts into a 66-foot wire.
Well, I'll tell you, the 440 is working, and again, 100 watts in a wire goes a long ways here on 40 meters there, Roger.
Yes, you're running a 5.9 plus here, and I think I heard you say that you was running a 600 watts, I believe, but I'm running barefoot. When you said that, I said, well, I may not be able to get you. I don't know if you can hear me or not.
Oh, yeah, well, I'll tell you, here's the thing, especially with the older Kenwoods, the 430, 440, even the 450 ST, they've got great audio with them, and your audio is not overbearing, but boy, it's really bright. It's right there in front of you. I got no problems pulling you out there, and you're a good solid 5.9, just a little touch over on some of the peaks, so you're doing good in my receive.
Same here. You're doing a 5.9, a strong 5.9 plus. Very good signal. I really enjoy listening to you and watching your YouTube channel. I've been listening to myself whenever we get done here.
Well, there's I never said I was great with pilots. We're pulling them out here the best we can, and we're getting partial calls here and there and whatever, and so we're trying to pull them. So, I appreciate your patience, Mike, and I'm glad we got a chance to connect this evening there, Roger. Thank you so much, and hopefully we'll have a better chance, a little longer QSO next go around. You never can tell. If you hear us again, give us a call back. We'll be happy to try to work again. You take care, and thank you for Tennessee. Kilo Charlie 4 Victor India Whiskey, Kilowatt 0 Radio Whiskey Bravo 73s. Okay, let's see if the other station is in there. Been hanging out a little bit. Kilo Golf 5 Echo Victor India. The Kilo Golf 5 Echo Victor India. Are you in there? Go ahead.
Yeah, Randy, how are you? Good. Thanks for giving me a call. I wanted to check in and see if I could make my third contact. This is KG5EVI, over.
Well, I appreciate it, Mike. You found the back door, didn't you?
I did. I know how to text.
Well, and it's and now I know what it's like on the other end. It's just a big ball of noise with a little call here or there, and just trying to pull something out, and that's what we're going by. And believe me, I appreciate it all, but we're just having a hard time pulling them. And sometimes what you've done works quite well.
Yeah, you were. I've been listening to you. I got my little notified tonight from YouTube, and checked in with that. And so I came out. You were about, probably 20 over at 9, and now you're more 5.9, 5.10. Something signal, but I've got some noise tonight, and I guess they're trying to break through the traffic, and they're trying to get to you is a little bit more difficult tonight.
Yeah, it's probably been, maybe 7 out of 10 calls have been, really, really strong. There's only been a handful so far that have kind of been in the noise. Bobby in North Carolina was just kind of noise, and it came up. Scott in Idaho. That was probably the toughest one so far. You're 5 and 9, but there's some noise on the band, so it's probably moving a little bit. But hey, contacts are still contacts.
Roger. Okay. Well, listen, I'll let you go. There's others out there. Hopefully, I'll get number 4 coming up pretty soon. Take care, and we'll talk to you again soon. K0RWB KG5EDI. All clear.
Mike, I appreciate it. Hey, and thanks for giving us a heads up on the chat there. Yeah, this makes number 3, and one more to go. We'll both have to celebrate on our own there. So, hey, thanks for taking the time, and I do appreciate it. Always nice to hear you out there. Kilo Golf 5 Echo Victor India Kilowatt 0 Radio Whiskey Bravo Kansas City 73s.
Well, I'll be ready for number 4. I've got the champagne in the refrigerator. Take care.
Okay, sounds great. I do appreciate that. 73s. QRZ, any other stations, please?
Good evening, Randy. Whiskey 4, Juliet, Lima Echo, South Carolina.
Oh, gosh, that sounds like Dr. Fred. Hey, how you doing this evening?
Hey, we're doing good. We just happened to notice that you were on there while we were scanning across the band. Thought we'd get a shout in to you.
Well, I was telling, I got a new contact tonight in Columbia, Gary, and I said there must be something in the water or in the ground because I've had, just in the last 2 weeks, 4 or 5 operators in and around the Columbia area, and all you guys sound great.
Well, we try harder here in South Carolina. By the way, I've been going through the manual on that software, and wow, it just leaves a lot to be desired on being user-friendly.
Now, which one are you talking about?
The one that you got to pay for.
Oh, you're talking about the third-party software for the ICOM?
Roger.
Yes and no. Again, it'll tell you, I think it should tell you, because I think you're setting up to 7100, I think you said, and it'll tell you, well, you've got to find the open port, and then it'll tell you what to set the baud rating at, and then it should connect for you.
Yeah, I'm just not sure there's some other areas there. I'll give you a phone call, and we can discuss some of the areas I'm having problems with.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, no problem at all. Like I said, you've got the information. Give me a buzz, and we'll try to get you squared away. Like I said, I'm excited for you. Maybe I shouldn't be, but I just think it's just a great thing, and I think you'll have a lot of fun with it.
Yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to it. I'm planning on sticking on 20 meters, maybe 40 for you. Maybe play around a little bit on 75. I don't know. Anyway, we won't hold too long. I know there's a bunch here trying to get you, and signals are kind of up and down. By the way, you're solid 9 in here today, so no problem at all. Catch you later, Randy 73s, and have a good one.
Well, I appreciate it. Always nice to hear you. We've got we had this radio up in the shack today doing some stuff on the 7300, so we just decided to hook it up tonight. So we're using that same software, and that's what's on the YouTube channel right now. So that's what we're using. And yeah, there's a few things up in the tools, drop down that can be adjusted, and also on the windows, the A and B and that kind of stuff. We can kind of help you with that. I mean, I'm not the end-all be-all with it. I know enough to make it work. But yeah, like I said, just give me a buzz, and we'll see if we can get it squared away for you. And by the way, you've been 10 over the entire time, so nice to see that the band isn't quite dead in South Carolina, or you're pushing all those big wattages. That's what it is. You're just getting bigger and brighter all the time. Hey, take care. Thanks for stopping in. I'm glad you flipped the band and you heard us. So always nice to talk to you, and maybe we'll get a chance to chat later as well. Whiskey 4, Juliet Lima Echo, Kilowatt 0, Radio Whiskey Bravo. Thank you again, 73s.
73.
Okay, QRZ, any other stations, please? Kilo Echo 8, Lima Uniform Charlie. Hey, good evening. How are you doing?
Doing good. How you doing? I just flipped on the SDR and saw you on there and wanted to say good evening.
Well, I'm glad you did, Little John. Nice to hear you again. Looks like we were contact back in April. on the 17th on 40 meters as well. So nice to hear you again this evening. Boy, first contact into West Virginia as well. So, boy, this is turned out to be a great night there, Roger.
Yeah, QSL, seems like the band's doing pretty good tonight. Like I said, I flipped on SDR and I seen a lot of signals on there. And like I said, I heard you on there. And I just wanted to jump on there and say good evening. Hey, I hope you're doing well out there.
Yeah, you know, you're doing better than some, worse than others. So I guess, you know, how it could be. We did notice that earlier. We got a little bit of a late start. I mean, we looked at the waterfall, and there is a lot of activity. So 40 meters, it must be really open tonight. And it has been pretty good for us. We just finished with my friend Fred in South Carolina at 10 over. We've got into North Carolina. We've gotten out to Idaho, Wisconsin, Ohio, many stations in Kentucky. We got just finished with Texas as well. So it's been scattered a little bit here and there. Everybody's been, by and large, have great signals, and you're no exception there, Roger.
Yeah, Roger. Yeah, the last two gentlemen I listened to before I called, yeah, man, they was 10 over on me here. So yeah, the band's doing good. Like I said, you're solid 5'9" and Mountain State here.
Well, you know, it's really nice, and Bobby said that as well. Even if you're just sitting back and you can hear both stations, you know, that's kind of fun because you get to listen to the conversation, whatever. And if you want to jump in later as well, like you just did, hey, great. You know, a lot of times we're only getting to hear one side of it, and it can be kind of whatever. But yeah, like I said, it's. And, you know, most nights it's kind of like this. It takes a little while for the band to kind of get going. At least it does for me here in Missouri. But, boy, once it gets going, it's just, you know, it's kind of one after another after another. And like I said, you know, about 7 out of 10 signals have been 5.9 plus. That makes it a lot of fun.
Yeah, QSL. Yeah, like I said, it's fun just to sit and listen to the other guys. And by the way, I'm still running barefoot 100 watts at the same fan dipole. I put it up as an experiment, just lift it up, so hey, if it works, don't mess with it.
You know, I'm doing the same thing. Little John, don't feel bad because I keep thinking about maybe if I just move my dipole a little bit higher up on the tower, do that. I said, no. It's working fine the way it is. I'm not going to mess with it because it'll do something and it'll never work right again. So I'm like you. I'm just going to leave it alone. You know, again, as I told you before, on 40 meters, 100 watts on a wire goes a long ways, and you can make lots of contacts and have great signals. And again, I wouldn't mess with it either.
QSL. Listen, I won't keep it. I know there's other gentlemen on there wanting to call and get on there, so I'll say 73, and it's been a pleasure.
Well, thank you very much, Little John. Nice to hear you again. I know it's been a while, but always a pleasure to hear repeat stations. Thank you for taking the time to give us a call. I do appreciate it very much. You're halfway there. You get 4 contacts on my log, you become a regular in my book. So a couple more contacts, my friend, and you're going to be a regular. Take it for what it is, but anyway, we have fun with it. But anyway, thanks a lot for giving us a call tonight. Take care, and definitely look for having a chance to chat with you again. Kilo Echo 8, Lima Uniform Charlie, Kilowatt 0, Radio Whiskey Bravo. Thanks again, Lives On. Take care. All right, QRZ and any other stations, please. The Kilo Bravo 9 station again?
Kilo Bravo 9, Tango Bravo Bravo.
Okay, Kilo Bravo 9, Tango Bravo Bravo. Good evening, Brian. How are you?
Doing well up here in Wisconsin tonight. I didn't catch your call sign. Can you repeat it for me, please?
I'd be happy to. The call here is Kilowatt 0, Radio Whiskey Bravo, K0, red, white, and blue. The handle is Randy, the QTH. We're 35 miles east of downtown Kansas City, Missouri. There, go ahead.
I'm myself from about 20 miles east of downtown St. Paul, Minnesota.
Oh, great. A nice chance to get into the Wisconsin area. I think it may be the first one we've had so far tonight. We got into Michigan once already and a couple in Ohio, but I don't think we've got up into Wisconsin, so maybe the band is kind of rolling your direction there, Roger.
Could be, and you've been fading in and out as I listened to your prior conversation, but you're clear as a bell right now, 5 and 9 for sure. Over.
Yeah, you know, I don't know what it is. You know, at one station it'll just be solid 10 and 20 over, and then you think it's going to be like that the rest of the band, and then all of a sudden it doesn't change. Your last go round would put you 5-9 plus 10. And it just drops in and drops back out. I guess that's what 40 meters does.
That's good. I'm playing 100 watts on a dipole about 40 feet above ground myself. About 40 feet on one end, 20 feet on the other. Over.
Well, it does work, no doubt. Again, mine is really kind of unconventional. The south leg is pointed toward Arizona, and it's 5 feet off the ground, and the northern leg's pointed toward Wisconsin, and it's probably 12 feet off the ground. So again, it's very unconventional configuration. It's 38 foot at the apex, so we're just going to leave it alone. It's working.
Yeah, I was up north at my cabin this weekend, close to Clam Lake, Wisconsin. Look up Clam Lake submarine for an interesting read. And I managed to put a dipole 50 feet over the ground and talk to Chile.
Isn't that great? Yeah, that's a cool thing. It really is. You know, and it never ceases to amaze me, the simplicity of antennas and how efficient they can be. Of course, propagation has to be there as well, but it really does amaze me just what you can do with this hobby with this little bit of equipment and a little bit of wire.
Yeah, believe it or not, I had to turn the audio down on a whisper reception because it was getting too noisy. Over.
That's terrific. Well, that just tells you that you hit the right altitude at the right time with the right configuration.
Absolutely. Well, good talking to you tonight, Randy.
No, I appreciate it very much, and thank you for the first one here on 40. I don't see a contact so far in the log, but thank you for the first one here. And we try to be out here 7 o'clock Central for a few hours here during the week on 40 meters. If you hear us again, give us a call. We're also on YouTube right now doing this live, but it's recording. So if you're interested in listening to our QSO, see how you sound on the air, Brian, you can go to my YouTube channel, which is my call, K0RWB, and look for the video of today's date. And, oh gosh, you could probably fast forward to about an hour 30 in, give or take, and give a look and a listen and see what you think there, Roger.
Sounds good. Hey, and so for some trivia for that YouTube channel, try and figure out what frequency a 14-mile antenna would resonate at. Over.
Can I get back to you on that?
Sounds good.
I didn't know there was going to be a test. I would, but yeah, I'll write that one down. Thank you for that.
Clam Lake. Look up Clam Lake.
I've got it written down, and when I get done here a little bit, I'll be happy to look it up. Well, thank you for that, Brian. Yeah, I'll come back anytime. That's pretty cool. I appreciate that. Nice to hear you, especially up in Wisconsin. We don't get many stations up in there from time to time if you check in. Hey, enjoy the rest of your night, and by all means, come back again anytime. Kilo Bravo 9, Tango Bravo Bravo, Kilowatt 0, Radio Whiskey Bravo. Thank you again.
Thank you, 73.
Okay, we'll say 73s. I got time for one more call, and we'll shut it down. QRZ, any other stations? There was a Mike India station, something Mike India station. Try it again, please.
Yeah, Roger. This is Kilo X-ray 4, Mike India.
Kilo X-ray 4, Mike India, I believe. Jensen, is that a Roger?
That is a Roger. You are 5 and 9 plus here into South Carolina. Sugar Charlie.
Okay, thank you again for South Carolina. Goose Creek, it looks like. Well, thank you so much for that. I thought we were closed down on the East Coast. Apparently not there, Roger.
Negative. I got you 5-9 and sometimes a little over that, but we're about 15, 20 miles outside
out of Charleston. Some folks call it Duck Ditch, but it's Goose Creek.
Well, you know, got you at 5 and 9. We've got a little bit of noise here all of a sudden, but you know, we didn't have a problem pulling you out there for sure. But very nice to get a chance to get into Goose Creek. I'm not sure we've gotten into there. We've got quite a few stations we've talked with around the Columbia area here recently, but there must be something in the air, in the water, or in the ground there for South Carolina. You guys always seem to work real good here in the Midwest, Roger.
Roger that. Yeah, we've had a lot of water, that's for sure. I've got folks in the backyard screaming for Coast Guard assistance. Go ahead.
Well, you know, whatever it is that makes it work, it's fine with me. And I did got your page pulled up, and I see you're running the 891. Give me your thoughts on that radio. Do you like it?
Love it. If I had to choose again, I'd buy another one. In fact, I'm looking to do just that and dedicate it to photo.
Well, you know, that's kind of what's intrigued me as well. I've actually had one in my hand and did some bench testing with it with a local store that we have here in the metro, and almost pulled the trigger on it. We ended up taking this rig to do some portable in Colorado 3 weeks ago. This is a 7300, but we do like the size and the compactness of the 891. The only negative I've heard about the radio is that menu. You hit that menu button and it changes back there pretty quick if you don't dial on something, Roger.
Well, that's a Roger on that, but once you learn the menu, you have the thing set, and you don't have to go into the main menu very often. Go ahead.
Oh, that's good to know. Well, I asked the store operator. I said, because he's the one that mentioned it to me, and I said, do you anticipate maybe the company coming out with a firmware update that maybe would slow that down? And he thought maybe that was a possibility.
Well, they may do that. I don't know. I'm very satisfied with what I've got here, and I'm kind of a simple type. But I see you have a 5,000, Flex 5,000. That's entirely too complicated for me.
Yeah, well, and are you running the stock microphone with this as well? Wow, that's terrific. Well, it does sound quite good. Again, like I said, there is some noise on the band, Jensen, but other than that, you know, the audio is nice and clear. I've heard, I think, one or two other ones on the air, so it's nice to get a chance to hear them. It kind of gives you a little bit more of an input about how they would sound there, Roger.
Yeah, Roger that. And I've gotten good reports out of it on the audio and also the signal from this little wire. So I heard you talking the other day, and I will agree with you. I hate it when one of those storms come through here, and I feel like I've got to take that antenna down because I know if I ever put it back up again, it won't be the same, you know. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's always the hesitation that I have. You know, I'll take my chances outside because we take everything out of the shack. We disconnect and remove radios and disconnect coax at the wall itself to the outside, so nothing comes in here in case we have some storms. You know, we're not going to worry about moving the antennas. If they go down, then that's meant to be, but that's minor compared to stuff inside the shack, Roger.
Oh, that's a Roger on that. And when those storms come through, and we're prone to them here, especially this time of year, as you probably know, I usually will do exactly what you're saying. And I run a Wolf River 4 to keep up with the hurricane watch net and so forth, but try to protect it as much as I can underneath the picnic table and weight it down with weights and do all that kind of thing. But that seemed to work pretty well for me the last time I had to use it. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, that's great. Well, I had the 857 Delta, which is basically the same radio. Of course, the 891 doesn't have 2 meters or 440, and I never used that on the 857. But we use that a lot when we did the National Parks on the Air program in 2016. We liked the compactness of it and the simplicity to operate it, and that's kind of what got us intrigued about the 891. So it's not out of the realm yet. We may pull the trigger on it, but wanted to get a little bit more feedback from operators. I appreciate your input, what you like about the radio. It does sound really good here in my receive, and it'll certainly give us something to work on there, Roger.
Yeah, Roger that. Well, I recommend
think you can go wrong, and it's pretty good bang for the buck on that radio. And like I said, I'll probably pick up another one here in short order and just have it dedicated to parts on the air. If you move these things in and out often enough, long enough, something's going to break off, man.
Yeah, you got to be real careful when you're moving equipment around. I certainly understand that. But, yeah, I think it's a good little radio for a Go box or to run, in a portable setup or even in a mobile, what have you. And if they sound like this with a stock microphone, I can just imagine, what they'll sound if you, wanted maybe to change to a different mic or whatever. But it does sound really good with a stock mic. And, again, 100 watts in a wire goes a long ways here on 40 meters. So, hey, thanks for giving us a call. We've got to run. We're out of quarters to put in the machine, but wanted to get a chance to get one more call, and I'm really glad we did. Thank you so much for South Carolina. We try to be out here 7 o'clock Central for a few hours, so if you hear us again during the week, by all means, give us a call, and maybe we'll have a chance to work all the other stations there in the South Carolina area as well. But really have enjoyed it. Thank you so much. Thank you for the input and the feedback on the radio. Again, sounds good in my receive. I appreciate all the information on it as well. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and by all means, look for us again. Kilo X-Ray 4, Mike India, Kilowatt 0, Radio Whiskey Bravo. Thank you again, sir. 7 trees.
Yes, sir. 73. Have a good evening, sir. Kilo X-Ray 4, Mike India, clear.
All right, that sounds good. 7 trees. Now, let's see if Bob is out there before we shut down. Whiskey 0, Bravo BNC. Bob, are you out there? We'll try it one more time here. I know he's on G90, 20 watts. Whiskey 0, Bravo November Charlie. Bob, are you out there in Severance, Colorado? Well, I think I hear you out there, Bob. You're just kind of at the noise level. Of course, that's all you're going to get out of that G90 is 20 watts there, Roger. Well, I'm getting about 1 out of 3 or 4 words, Bob. I know you're there, but just got a little more noise than I think the 20 watts is going to allow us there. You must be doing either an experiment with the radio or the loop, or maybe both. Well, I'm glad to see that the bands are terrible in Colorado. I hope it wasn't just me, but again, I can hear you, but it's really hard to pull you out there. But yeah, maybe we can try it again another night this week or something. It's been a while since you and I talked. Well, since we were out there, so yeah, we'll give it another go, but we'll just end it on you, and hopefully we'll get a chance again real quick. I'd love to have a chance to do that. So. Who knows? It is what it is. Hey, thanks, Bob. We'll try it again. Whiskey 0, Bravo November Charlie, K0RWB. Oh, now I get a 73 out of you. No problem. Go figure. Okay. This is Kilowatt 0 Radio Whiskey Bravo. One more call and we got to go. QRZ.
Kilo Mike 4,
the Kilo Mike station?
Kilo Mike 4, Yankee Tango Victor. I've got you 10/59 in Georgia.
Well, I'll take a Georgia station any day of the week. Why not? Hey, thanks for coming back there. We were getting ready to shut down, but boy, the band seems good. The name here is Randy, QT8. We're 35 miles east of downtown Kansas City, Missouri. There, go ahead.
Kansas City, Missouri. I love that place. I had some great barbecue there in the past while on business. So thanks for coming back. I really, really appreciate it. I just put an antenna up in the air and just wanted to give it a shot, see how well it was working.
Well, I've got you 5.9. We're getting some noise on the band. Maybe that's this time of night. I'm not sure. I don't have a problem hearing you. You're not extremely loud, but you're in there. We're making copy with you. But the signal is showing about 5 and 9, so I'd say it's doing okay for you.
Roger that, QSO. Well, thank you so much.
K88 BCR.
4 Yankee Tango Victor.
Okay, John. Hey, thanks for giving us a call, buddy. Appreciate it. Maybe we'll have a chance to do it again real soon. Maybe the band will be a little better, but hey, it's working. Nice to hear you out of Georgia. Take care. Kilo Mike 4, Yankee Tango Victor, Kilowatt 0, Radio Whiskey Bravo. 73s. 73. Okay, QRZ.
BCR.
The BCR again, I think you said?
Kilo Delta 8, Delta Charlie Romeo.
Kilo Delta 8, Delta Charlie Romeo. Hey, Nick, how are you this evening?
All right there. It's on by this, Southeast Ohio, you pay needle out there.
Well, it's nice to hear another station from Ohio. It's been a little bit, but I'm glad to see that you guys are out there tonight. Thank you for giving us a call. Again, the name here is Randy in the QTH. We're 35 miles east of Kansas City. Go ahead.
Hello, Randy. My name is Nick. November India Charlie Kilo, and the QTH is Pomeroy, Ohio.
Pomeroy, Ohio. Okay, got you 5 and 9 here as well. Give me another good marker from Pomeroy. What would I understand where you're at?
Down river, 21 miles. Parkersburg, West Virginia, about 30 miles upriver.
Okay, yeah, fine business. Well, great. Well, thanks so much for giving us a call. I don't see a contact in the log here, so thank you so much for the first one. Yeah, again, you're doing good. Of course, there's some noise on the band. I think that's probably what's happening this time of night, but no problems pulling you out there, Roger.
Nick, I want to give a shout to you. I got about 28 on you. That's 2-0.
Well, that's nice of you to say. I didn't think we were doing quite that well, but hey, I'll take it. But exchanging signal reports is a contact in my book, whether it's 5 and 3 or 20 over, Roger.
Advanced time falling, but you want to do 20, and I got 15, but you sound good, like a local.
Well, I appreciate that. Nice to hear you. And I guess we're also 5 and 9 in Kentucky. That's what Todd says there. So nice to know that it's working.
I'm kind of curiosity, what kind of antenna are you using?
Yeah, we're using a 40-meter dipole, about 38 foot on the side of the tower.
The QSL. I'm just flat-footed on the AZ901A, and the antenna is a Burn 8F9B.
Yeah, very good. Well, you got a good antenna and a terrific radio. 991 Alpha, terrific radio. I'm telling you what, great in the shack and great for portable and even the mobiles as well. Congratulations there, Roger.
Thank you. Sorry there, sir. I can hold it. I will get a shout to you. I do appreciate coming back. This is KDGCR.
Well, appreciate it very much, Nick. Thank you for taking the time to give us a call there. We've just about run out of time anyway, so we'll shut her down. But nice to end it with you in Ohio. Very nice to work you. Hopefully we'll have a chance to work again. Kilo Delta 8, Delta Charlie Radio, Kilowatt 0, Radio Whiskey Bravo. 73s, Nick.
73.
Okay, this is K0RWB. We'll be clear in